Imagine a world where one man's dream in a cluttered garage could change the way billions of people shop, read, and even think about work. Now, imagine that same man, once celebrated as a genius, becoming a lightning rod for controversy, accused of fueling inequality and reshaping society in ways we never expected. Tonight we're diving into the story of Jeff Bezos, the visionary who built Amazon, and the billionaire whose rise has sparked fierce debate about power, fairness, and the future of work. Jeff Bezos didn't start in Silicon Valley. After graduating from Princeton, he worked on Wall Street, but a single statistic changed his life. In 1994, web usage was growing at an astonishing 2,300% a year. Bezos realized the internet could revolutionize business, so he quit his secure job and with his wife Mackenzie, drove across the country to Seattle. There, in a small house with makeshift desks made from doors, they launched Amazon as an online bookstore. Amazon's growth was explosive. Within a month of launching, Amazon had sold books in all 50 states and 45 countries. By the end of the decade, it wasn't just a bookstore, it was becoming Earth's biggest anything store. Bezos's vision was simple but bold. Make Amazon the world's most customer-centric company, a place where anyone could find and discover anything they wanted to buy online. Bezos's relentless drive and willingness to take risks paid off. Amazon introduced innovations like one-click shopping and customer reviews, changing how people shop forever. As the company expanded into music, electronics, toys, and more, its value soared. By 2018, Amazon's stock price had made Bezos the richest person in history, with a fortune exceeding $200 billion. But Bezos didn't stop at Amazon. He bought The Washington Post, Twitch, Audible, IMDb, and Whole Foods, expanding his influence into media, entertainment, and groceries. His empire touched nearly every part of modern life, making him a household name. Yet as Amazon grew, so did the criticism. During the COVID-19 pandemic, while small businesses struggled and millions lost their jobs, Amazon's profits soared. In 2020 alone, Bezos's net worth increased by $75 billion. Critics argued that this wealth could end hunger in the United States many times over, highlighting the growing gap between billionaires and ordinary people. Amazon's labor practices became a flashpoint. Reports emerged of warehouse workers facing harsh conditions, strict break policies, low pay, and intense productivity demands. Some workers described feeling like cogs in a great machine. There were even stories of employees being forced to urinate in bottles because they didn't have time for bathroom breaks. These conditions sparked unionization efforts and protests, with Amazon accused of retaliating against organizers. Amazon's dominance also raised concerns about competition. The company was accused of using its size to drive out competitors through predatory pricing and squeezing third-party sellers. Many small businesses and local retailers found it impossible to compete, leading to store closures and job losses. Government investigations in the United States and Europe examined whether Amazon's practices were anti-competitive. Amazon's reach extended into government surveillance. The company's cloud services power agencies like Immigration and Customs Enforcement and the Department of Homeland Security, enabling advanced tracking and data collection. This partnership raised ethical questions about privacy and the role of tech companies in government surveillance. Bezos's ownership of The Washington Post brought new scrutiny. Initially, he promised not to interfere with the paper's values or reporting, but over time, critics say he shifted the focus to serve his own interests, especially after halting presidential endorsements and intervening in editorial decisions. This led to high-profile resignations and a wave of canceled subscriptions, with some arguing that Bezos's actions undermined journalistic independence and damaged the credibility of a paper that once helped uncover the Watergate scandal. Amazon has also faced criticism for allowing counterfeit, unsafe, and even offensive products on its platform. Sometimes the company failed to act quickly to remove these items, prompting calls from lawmakers and consumer advocates for greater accountability and oversight. Jeff Bezos's journey from admired innovator to one of the most controversial figures in business is a story of ambition, risk, and the unintended consequences of success. On one hand, he transformed how we shop and created new opportunities for millions. On the other, his wealth and business practices have become symbols of deeper problems: economic inequality, worker exploitation, and the concentration of power in the hands of a few. Bezos has sometimes listened to criticism, like when Amazon raised its minimum wage to $15 an hour in response to public outcry. But many believe these changes are not enough, and the debate over Amazon's role in society continues to rage. Jeff Bezos' legacy is, honestly, inseparable from the broader story of technology's impact on society. Amazon's innovations have made shopping faster and more convenient, sure, but they've also contributed to the decline of local businesses and totally reshaped the retail landscape. Independent bookstores, which were once a staple of communities, have struggled to survive as Amazon's algorithms and vast selection drew customers away. In many towns, Main Street has been replaced by warehouses and delivery trucks, raising questions about what is lost when commerce becomes, well, invisible and impersonal. At the same time, Amazon's technological advancements have set new standards for efficiency and data-driven decision-making. The company's warehouses are, honestly, marvels of logistics, using robots and sophisticated tracking systems to move millions of packages each day. But this relentless pursuit of efficiency has also fueled concerns about worker surveillance. Employees are monitored by algorithms that track their every move, rewarding speed and penalizing perceived slowness. Critics argue that this creates a dehumanizing environment where people are valued less for their skills and more for their ability to keep up with machines. Bezos himself has become a symbol of the new era of billionaire entrepreneurs who wield immense influence over politics, culture, and even space exploration. Through his company Blue Origin, Bezos has joined the race to commercialize space, promising a future where humanity can live and work beyond Earth. Supporters see this as visionary. Detractors see it as just another example of the ultra-wealthy pursuing personal dreams while urgent problems remain unsolved on the ground. Despite his vast wealth, Bezos has faced criticism for not giving away as much as other billionaires. While he has pledged billions to causes like climate change through the Bezos Earth Fund, some argue that these efforts are dwarfed by the scale of his fortune and the challenges facing society. The debate over philanthropy raises some pretty fundamental questions. Should billionaires decide which problems to tackle, or should resources be distributed more democratically? Is it enough to donate money, or should companies be held to higher standards of fairness and responsibility? As we look at Jeff Bezos' story, we're forced to ask some tough questions. Should one person have so much wealth and power? How can we balance innovation with fairness and responsibility? What do we owe to the workers who make our modern lives possible? How do we protect competition, privacy, and the free press in a world dominated by tech giants? And can we ensure that technology serves the public good rather than just private interests? The story of Jeff Bezos is not just about one man or one company. It's about all of us, and the kind of world we want to build. As students, future workers, and citizens, you have the power to shape that world. Ask questions, demand accountability, support businesses that treat people fairly. Think critically about the conveniences you enjoy and the costs that come with them. And remember, the choices we make today will determine whether technology serves everyone or just a privileged few. So, the next time you click Buy Now, think about the story behind that button and what you can do to make the future better for everyone. The world Bezos helped create is still being written, and your voice honestly matters in deciding what comes next.